Hi everyone, this is Jake Sherwood from the Budget Office. This short video is going to teach you how to do a budget transfer. So to start, you're going to want to open up New World, and then you'll go to Financial Management, Journals, and then Journals again. You'll see this screen populate that shows other journals that are active currently. You'll go down to the bottom left where it says New, click New. And this will show your journal information. To start, department, mine's going to show a lot more departments than what yours will. Yours will just show your department, and it'll show your department to budget or your department to finance. The one that you're going to choose depends on whether or not it requires budget approval. If it does not require budget approval, you can send it straight to finance. The ones that require budget approval are any transfers where you're trying to transfer funds between different categories. So that would be personnel to operating or operating to capital outlay. You also should never initiate a journal transfer or a budget transfer from personnel to operating. Always talk to us about that first. If you're transferring money from an operating account to another operating account or a capital outlay account to another capital outlay account, that's something you can do on your own, and that can go straight to finance. You can keep the journal type as it is as budget adjustment. The fiscal year will auto-populate with the current fiscal year, as will the general ledger date. Your description should be concise to fully explain what's going on with this journal and why you're transferring the funds, but obviously in a concise way. So for this, this is just a sample budget transfer. You'll click retain entries so that for each line that comes up, you don't have to rewrite your description each time. Then you select save. And then this is where it shows your general ledger accounts, basically how you'll move the money from one account to the other. So whether or not you start with transferring money from or to is completely up to you. I typically start with what account I'm transferring money from. So for this exercise, we're just going to use the city manager's office department. So keep the general ledger date the same as well. So in this exercise, we're transferring $1 from other professional service to office supplies. So when you're doing the from, you actually have to do the negative number and hit enter. It'll automatically go to the next line after you hit enter, and the general ledger date. Keep the general ledger date the same and click into the account box again. And you'll see that as you type it out, it auto-populates what the account is. You understand the formatting, the fund, the department, the service, and then the account. There's no dash in between the service and account. If you do, it's not going to recognize it, and it won't automatically pull it up. Just wait for the New World to stop spinning. And then just click or type in how much you're transferring to. So you can see down here, it shows your increase and your decrease, and these need to be even by the time that you finish your journal. It's obviously okay for you to transfer a large amount from one account and spread it over multiple accounts, as long as the balance, they equal each other for the increase and decrease. So once you have those, you want to go ahead and attach any documentation that explains what's going on with this transfer or why you're doing it. So you click Documents, add a document, and then Upload, and you can either drag a file from your desktop onto here, or you can click to Browse. For this purpose, we're not going to add anything. You want to validate the transfer, and all this does is make sure that that the journal is valid, essentially, that the accounts have funds, and that the transfer you're making equals 0 in the end. So you click OK. it's very important you validate, because you have to validate in order to be able to approve. So then you go to approvals, and you can see your journal here, and then you click approve. You don't have to pick individual people. You can just drag all items to the right. It's not actually going to send it to all of these people immediately. It's only going to send it to the people who will be your second level, or your first level approvals. And then just click OK. If you want to send a comment, you can, but it's only going to go to those people who are your approvers, your next in line approvers. And click OK. So that's it. That's all that you've done. The next person in your department can do the approval. When they finish their approval and they move everybody to the right, then it will go to, when you do a budget transfer, it'll come to us, and then we'll send it to finance. If it doesn't need budget approval, it'll go straight to finance. And that's it. You now know how to do a budget transfer.